Why play Warwick top? Well, he's ridiculously good in a 1v1, he's almost impossible to kill, his ultimate brings CC, damage and healing all in a dash, and he can just run champions down. However, heal reduction does hurt him hard, and he can struggle against champions who can kite him. Warwick's passive firstly is his attacks deal bonus damage on hit. His second passive is if he's below 50% health he will heal this bonus magic damage per hit, and if he's below 25% health he heals for 250% of this bonus magic damage instead, making it almost impossible to kill Warwick as long as he keeps attacking. Warwick's Q is a point and click ability, and if tapped causes him to lunge forward and bite, dealing damage and restoring a chunk of health. If this is held down, he will additionally clamp his jaws on the target following their movement and move through them. Warwick's W has a passive where he can sense and gets a blood trail towards enemies below half health. When moving towards these champions he gains movement speed and gains a massive amount of attack speed, and these bonuses become tripled if his target's below 20% health, causing Warwick to move stupidly fast towards them and have insane attack speed. The active causes Warwick to sense all enemies and gain this passive against the closest enemy champion regardless of their health, and this ability cannot be used while in combat. Warwick's E causes him to gain a large amount of percentage damage reduction for 2.5 seconds. After it ends, or you end it early, Warwick will fear all enemies in a circle around him. Warwick's ultimate causes him to leap in a direction, with the leap distance scaling with his movement speed. He will suppress the first champion hit while he channels for 1.5 seconds. During this time he will attack the champion, applying on-hit effects, dealing bonus magic damage and healing for all the damage dealt. For combos, start with W to run at your target and use E just before the fight starts. After this, hold down Q to dash through and then spam away with your attacks, and as your E expires will cause them to be feared in the wrong direction. Then you can use ultimate as needed to chase a flash, finish off a target, or to heal a massive amount of health. For matchups, Warwick is great into any champion which usually relies on dueling, but he can struggle against champions who can kill him regardless of his healing and who can get out of his ultimate. For runes, take this, Lethal Tempo is just amazing with his kit. For build order, start Blade and Pot into tier 2 boots, a Bork and then a Jack Show. After this, a Hydra item is great, followed by any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Barrier. We take Barrier as if you're below 25% health you have an insane amount of healing and Barrier doesn't count towards health, allowing you to survive most damage and heal all the way through it. Starting the game as Warwick, you're looking to farm hard and fight often. You are one of the best duelists in the game and you want to make full use of this. As soon as you can, start attacking your enemy. Ideally, you want to force an early fight to get both of you below half health. This is amazing for 2 reasons. Firstly, no matter how much additional damage you take below half health, a few hits on minions will put you straight back up to this half health point, which usually means you instantly win the sustained game. And of course also, while they're below half health, you will have increased movement speed towards them and increased attack speed against them. And with the barrier build, this is mainly risk free, as even if you go low, you will still simply out heal and out damage them. When you hit level 6, this becomes even easier again and even safer. Simply sprint at your enemy, keep attacking them and use your ultimate as needed. Entering the mid game, be an oppressive split pusher. Warwick can push incredibly quickly and 1v1 anyone that comes, and if they send 2 people with his incredible ultimate, he can usually retreat. Entering the late game, Warwick is much better at skirmishing than full on team fighting. However, in a team fight, play the bruiser role. As a bruiser, play the front line and attack anything in front of you. With your Blade of the Ruined King and insane attack speed, you'll shred tanks and squishies alike, and then use your E and ultimate to peel for your back line or dive onto one of their carries.